Good evening, all. I, Toastmaster Kailash, the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting, welcome you all to the 691st chapter meeting of Toastmasters Club of Pune. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, let me explain some basic rules of this meeting. Please put all the noise making device on silent mode. Mute use yourself when you are not speaking. Please use the clap emoji when the transfer is shifted or when the speaker is done with speaking. Requesting all the role player speakers to rename themselves as a role underscore name. I'll, I'll give you an example. For me, I'm a SAA for today's meeting. So my name is SAA underscore Kailash. Guest can rename themselves as a guest underscore name. Keep your video turned on if possible to encourage the speakers. Please follow the following protocol. Mr. President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guest. We will now have a round of guest introduction. I request each guest to tell their name, profession, and how they come to know about Toastmasters all in 15 seconds. Are there any guests? DTM Nagappan, sir?
Yes, there are guests are there. Go ahead.
Please turn your video on and introduce yourself. Yeah, Maya, go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, this is Maya Shetty here. By profession, I'm a web graphic designer. I was working in IT for 10 plus years, but now I'm teaching online for some schools and some private tuitions. I'm here for developing my communication skills as well as you said, the mission of the Toastmaster. One of my friend Lakshmi, she has referred me to this club. Thank you.
Thank you. Who else? Okay. Other guests? I could see a lot of new names. In case if you are guest, please introduce. Aniket, Jagtap, or Pratibha. Please go ahead. Your guest.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Pratibha Korle, and I'm a Toastmaster of Toast and Tales Toastmasters Club, Bangalore. And I work in Bosch as a vehicle diagnostic engineer. And I have recently joined the Toastmasters Club. So I'm here to explore new learnings in the Toastmasters Club of Pune. Thank you.
And Pratibha, are you from Pune originally?
I'm from Sangamner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Aniket, Jagtap. You are not audible, Aniket.
Aniket, you have to unmute.
Other guests, please switch on the camera so that we'll.
Kaushiki, you can introduce yourself. Turn your audio on, unmute yourself and speak.
Oh, yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Kaushiki Baheti, and I am a UI UX consultant and a graphic designer. I've also been an avid Toastmasters lover. I had taken part in, I've done till P3. I was in Dubai then, and then I discontinued for a while, and I am now in Pune and looking forward to joining a Toastmasters club and attending more sessions. So I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Anuj.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Anuj Arun Paspute. Actually, I am from Malegaon, but I am pursuing the BTech course from VIIT College, Vishwakarma Institute of Information Technology in Pune, and I have got the Toastmaster reference form from VIIT teachers. and I want to enhance my skill, communication skill, and leadership skills from Toastmaster. That's why.
Thank you. Who are next? Aniket, is your audio working? No, still not
Aniket,
working. Aniket.
you are still not audible. You have unmuted yourself, but we are not able to hear you.
You can remove the headset and speak normal.
So am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Please go ahead.
Okay, yes. Hi. Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is Aniket Jagtap. I'm from Pune city. I completed my graduation in arts. Now this is my first session in Toastmaster Club. I'm looking forward to learn new things.
Okay, we have Anant Zawar. Anant, please quickly introduce yourself. Are you there, Anant Zawar?
No, I think he's
Okay, I think we can move ahead. There will be people who will join. We'll get another round of introduction after the break.
All right. Moving ahead with the agenda, please help me welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Harsh Dalge. He is a student in
Kailash, your voice is too soft. Can you speak in a louder voice?
Yes. All right. Moving ahead with the agenda, please help me welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Harsh Dalge. He is a student in ENTC engineering. He is a techie, a chef, and loves to play cricket. He also likes to go for trekking. Let's welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Harsh Dalge. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Kailash, Toastmaster Kailash. So, good evening, everyone, Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guest. Welcome to another exciting program of fun and learning of 691 chapter meeting of the Toastmasters Clubs of Pune. So, I'm Harsh Dalge, your host for this evening. Yeah, am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Let me explain for the program for today. For the benefit of guests, we have here two sessions. The first half will be consisting of prepared speeches by our fellow Toastmasters, and the second half will be evaluation and some a good exciting table topic session for you and everyone. So these speeches will be evaluated later by our senior members who will give their critical feedback, and the second half will be improper means a table topic session in which you will learn how to think fast and how to speak fast at the cuff. So let me remind all the role players to bring out their prepared speeches and present it in a different way. So let we begin our session here. First, we have a prepared speech session, which is a new member, that is Toastmaster Jasbir Chando. And secondly, we have Toastmaster Yash Jakete, who will be giving his icebreaker speech. And third is our newest member, Shivendra Sinha, who will be giving third speech. And last, we have Toastmaster Akash Bhojraj, who will be giving leadership development level 1 project 3 about introduction to his local variety and body language. Yeah. So word of the day for today is timber, and phrase of the day is like a broken record. You can use this both idiom and word for in your speeches as a theme we have today is jazz music. So what is jazz? Anyone knows about what is jazz music here? Yeah, this is an exciting session about this music. So jazz is a music type of genre that is actually originated in African and American communities in the late 19th and 20th centuries, which is now a worldwide spread. Since 1920s, jazz age has become recognized in a major form of musical expression in traditional as well as popular music. Like popular music, we have seen like in European African music percent in European American music. Jazz you can be characterized like different types of blue notes or some kind of swing or instrumental type of music like complex chords, like only the instrumentation part is much and the lyrical part is somewhat less in it, and vocal and local vocal part is some type of less and instrumental part is some kind of more in it. In mid 1950s there is an emerge in this kind of music. Like in Bollywood songs we have 2-3 different types of song which is sung by jazz, which is sung in jazz kind of music. And in early 1970s we have seen different kinds of emerging bands also, different kinds of bands we have seen here. Yeah. So let me introduce two of my fellow colleagues which will help in control and conduct of this control and conduct of this evening. So to keep the track of the time, we have a Toastmaster. Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are audible. Please
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, my system has been kind of. Yeah. So let me introduce my fellow colleagues who will be who will be helping me in the control and conduct of this meeting. So our timer for this meeting. This meeting.
There is
So
some background noise. Can others please stop? There's some background noise at somebody's home, please.
Now, so is there any background noise
Not
in the meeting?
No, go ahead.
So we have a general evaluator, that is Toastmaster Kirti Raj. He is a by profession he is a cloud big data engineer, and he has done his PG in big data analyst from IIT Guwahati. He is passionate in international musical relaxation facilitator, recipient of 200 plus national and international awards in it, exploring arts via Bharatnatyam and Sitar, mostly perform in front of people of 30 plus countries. In Toastmasters pathways, he has completed Star, Golden Crown, Triple Crown, Area and Division contestant, 35 plus awards in 10 countries, and facilitated 11 plus district clubs. And secondly, we have here a language evaluator. Language evaluator here. That is distinguished Toastmaster Prasad Sovani. He has completed
Sovni, not Sovani.
Okay, Sovni, sorry.
Are you there, Harsh? What happened?
No, he's not there. Harsh. Harsh is there.
He has gone on mute.
He has gone on mute.
Presiding officer, in interest of time, may we switch to the GE for inviting all the tag team members?
No, the introductions are already over and Harsh is there. Let's
Okay,
do the format.
Sorry, there has been a technical glitch near me.
Go ahead. Harsh, go ahead.
Yeah. To give a critical feedback about a language that we use and highlight upon the good and not so good usage of the language, we have a profession of language evaluator here. So a language evaluator is Toastmaster. So language evaluator here is a Toastmaster. Toastmaster Sanjari, and the timer here we have Toastmaster Advait Dikshit, and going to the table topic master, that is Toastmaster Gargi, and we are going to start the first speech, that is the speech given by Toastmaster Jasbir.
Harsh, there is presidential address. You are changing the sequence. Please stick to the agenda and stick to the script that you have prepared. Please.
Okay.
Don't change the agenda or the script. Okay?
Sorry, sir. Sorry. So I will now invite our president to give his opening address. That is our president, distinguished Toastmaster Prasad Sowni. He has done
Is there Harsh?
Harsh, are you there?
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hello. Hello.
Yes, we are able to hear you.
Yeah. Our president is a founder of Toastmasters movement in Pune. So he has been a member for 27 years and served as All India head. He has traveled to 630 countries in 630 cities in 56 countries across all the continents and speaks a dozen of languages. He was a charter president of our club and came back to serve as a president again while we had shortage of willing leaders due to pandemic. He loves music and listens to a lot of music constantly. He likes Hindi film music of golden period of Bollywood music that from 1950 to 1970. So he listens different types of irrespective to his mood, music irrespective to his mood. I will just like to say briefly that his hodophile, mellophile, cinephile, bibliophile, and polyglot means he loves traveling. He loves traveling, music, books, and languages. Let us welcome past district governor, distinguished Toastmaster Prasad Somni.
Good evening and welcome everyone. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, sir.
So friends, music teaches us to have synergy and coordination amongst ourselves. Look at any musical group. If 20 players are playing in synchronization with the rest and one person goes out of sync, that collapses the entire synchronization. So it's very important to have synchronization for music. And that is what we learn in Toastmasters as well, or even speeches. You might do 10 things right, but if you make one thing wrong, the whole thing collapses for you. So therefore, it must be ensured that you have all your loose ends plugged and you are ready, absolutely ready for any event. For example, today, our Toastmaster of the day has a technical glitch. So maybe in future, if you are facing such challenges in advance, shift to a different subscriber, shift to a different supplier of Wi-Fi so that you don't encounter this problem again. If you have the script which you cannot find, locate easily, go through your mails while others are speaking and then keep them handy. It cannot be that you start searching for introduction when the next person is about to speak. So you have to be ready, absolutely ready, whenever you get time. For example, now when others are speaking, Toastmaster Harsh can find out all the introductions that were sent to him, collect them together and copy paste. And in fact, this should have been done earlier so that you don't end up finding that at the last minute. So these are things that you learn from music, that you have to be prepared in advance. I remember a story of a famous musician who performed very beautifully on stage, and a lady went to him and said, "Sir, you are great. You are God's gift. You have got God's gift." And he said, "What God's gift? I have been practicing for 10 hours every day for last 30 years. And that is how I reached this perfection. It's not God's gift." When I heard this story and I met Amin Sayani, the legendary announcer, I asked him, "Your voice is great. Is it God's gift or have you worked hard on it?" And he told me, "Prasad, to practice for 10 hours every day for 30 years is God's gift." How many of the musicians can practice something like that? Those who do become great. So friends, just work hard on your tasks that you have accepted. You don't need to work hard 10 hours into 30 years for something in Toastmasters. But if you work hard enough, you will get your speeches right. You might win contests, you might run a meeting smoothly, or it could be just that you enjoy well. With that, I hand you over to Toastmaster of the day for further proceedings of the meeting. I am playing the role of language violator today until the originally slated person turns up. Her name is Sanjari Parmar. In case she doesn't turn up, I am noting down whatever you are doing. And when you use word of the day and phrase of the day, everyone will give you a thumbs up sign. Just remember to do that. Don't make any sound. Just give a thumbs up sign. You can use emoji there as well. Over to you, Toastmaster Harsh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful address. Yeah, coming to our agenda, the first half consists of prepared five prepared speeches from Communication and Leadership Manual. Each speech has a specific time limit and certain fixed objectives. That's why we call it as a project. Each project teaches us some aspects of public speaking, such as body language or vocal clarity or persuasive skills. The speakers will try to learn several things from such aspects. Coming to the first speaker, who will be giving his first icebreaker speech. We'll welcome a Toastmaster Jasbir Chando. That is the he's giving an icebreaker speech. His topic is introduction to myself. Yeah, welcome. When I asked the question, which music do you prefer? When do you feel happy or sad? Which type of music do you prefer? Answer for it was he preferred different types of romantic and country music to make his mood calm or be happy. I welcome Toastmaster Jasbir Chando to give his speech.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'd also like to emphasize that since this is an icebreaker, the timing sequence will be 4 to 6 minutes. And Toastmaster of the day, if you could mention the timing sequence for the speakers later.
Okay, the timing for this speech is 4 to 6 minutes. The timing for the speech is 4 to 6 minutes. Toastmasters is an introduction icebreaker speech. Yeah, welcome Toastmaster Jasbir Chandok to start.
Okay. Good morning. Good evening, actually. Good evening, Mr. President.
Jasbir, you're on mute.
Actually, the host muted me by mistake. So should I start?
Yes, please.
Okay. Can everybody can hear me clearly, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So good evening, Mr. President, Toastmasters of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. As long as I can remember, whenever I was asked what I wanted to be when I grew up, my answer would always remain the same. I wanted to start a business of my own. Yes, but when I was younger, it was different. I really wanted to become a doctor, someone who could save the life of people, of those near me. But I have to admit that as a kid, I really wanted to become a doctor, and I was a really good one. The little toys that my father got for me, I would go around giving injections and prescribe medicine for everyone inside, and everyone had to have a checkup every once a week. Well, that was there. And as I grew up, well, life happened to me. And I realized that I don't think I want to be an engineer like my dad and uncle, but instead do something different. And from a very young age, like say around 10, I've always wanted to start a business of my own. I didn't know which kind of a business. I would just tell my mom that I wanted to become a businessman, wear nice clothes, sit in big meeting rooms and hold meetings. I want to do business. I would have to admit here that I'm not academically inclined. No, that doesn't mean I don't like studying. I just love my math and science. What annoys me, what annoys me is the road learning part of it. When I need to learn, those 2 hours, those 2 hours decides my intelligence. If I'm unwell, but those 2 hours of exams decides how intelligent I am. I don't agree with that. So that annoys me. And that is the reason why in 8th I quit homeschooling. I quit formal schooling. I know, big decision, but yes, I thought this through. I wanted to study. I didn't want to be uneducated, but at the same time, I also didn't want to do formal schooling. So I sat down with my mom and looked up some options and agreed on homeschooling. I did some homeschooling till the 10th. I never realized that homeschooling could change my life completely. Now I could study the subjects that I really wanted to do, and at the same time do the things that I really wanted to do according to my own timetable, which doesn't mean I was lazy. Still used to wake up at 5 in the morning, go cycling, played basketball, came home, sat down to do maths and science. And that's when I started joining tuition classes for maths and science. Joined some drawing classes and guitar classes, which I haven't completed, but that's a different story. I gave my 10th formally through the state board, and my biggest challenge with the state board was Marathi. That was one language which I couldn't understand. I had no comprehension of that language either. The only the only trick I knew that my mom told me was copy the questions as they are, and don't leave anything blank, and you shall pass. And voila, that's what happened. I copied the questions down on my answer sheet. I gave some internal exams and passed with 35 marks. I had finally passed Marathi, a language unknown to me. No, I can speak it very well now because I have lived in Panchet and living alongside the villagers. I realized you don't need to know the grammar of the language to be able to speak it. Again, formal education wasn't required for me. Today, I can speak Hindi, English, Punjabi, Marathi, and French. I am proud of the languages that I can speak. Then I wanted to go back. I wanted to get back to doing my 12th because I thought I should do formal education. So, okay, college would be different, and joined Dole Patil Junior College. But at the same time, we had lectures in college, and they expected us to learn, copy answers so that it can be easier for the teachers to correct. If the answers weren't the same, I mean word to word, the teachers never would give us marks and all sorts of that. So I'm back to square one, and that's when I said, okay, that's it. I gave it another try. It didn't work for me, so I quit. So I took admission into the American board, which is serious, international. The main school is in Delhi, and they have a branch here in Pune PCMC. That is where I'm currently giving my A levels. Coming back to the 11th, that's when the lockdown started. Sorry, that's when the lockdown actually started. Life was so boring. I mean, I just have a small question if I'm just including. Though the time is 7 minutes, right?
6 minutes, 4 to 6 minutes. The red card will be shown at 6 minutes, and you have 30 seconds up.
Okay, fine. So coming back to my 11th, that's when the lockdown actually started. The lockdown started after my 10th boards. Life was pretty boring. I mean, imagine all of us absolutely confined to all our homes. Well, I cooked during the lockdown, though my mom didn't like cooking. Well, I'll have to cut it short for now, but I will soon continue this in the next session. Well, over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jasbir, for your speech. Let us pause for 30 seconds to vote and write a feedback for the speaker.
Not vote, just feedback.
Just feedback for the speaker. Yes. Yeah. It was a wonderful speech by Toastmaster Jasbir. The second speaker, we are welcoming the second speaker. The second speaker will attend project one. Project one, that is icebreaker speech. This would be an icebreaker speech. The evaluator for the speech is Toastmaster Piyush Udan. Time allowed for this is 5 to 7 minutes, meaning the lighting sequence would be green at 5 minutes.
No, 4 to 6 minutes.
4 to 6 minutes. Sorry, 4 to 6 minutes. The lightning sequence would be green at 3.
No, 4.
Green at 4, yellow at 5, and red at 6. And there is a buffer timing about 6.5 minutes, and the buzzer will sound as 6.5 minutes. The title for the speech is something about childhood. uh, uh, sorry, the speech title is something about his childhood, and the speaker is a class 12 student, which he wants to build his leadership skills for his future. And let us welcome a Toastmaster Yash Zakete.
If you carry your childhood with you, you never become older. Beautiful quote written by Tom Stofford. A, a good evening, Mr. President, Toastmaster of the day, and distinguished Toastmasters, and all my dear guests. My name is Yash Sachin Jakate. I was born and brought up in a small village of Erandol, Jalgaon, Maharashtra. Talking about my childhood was the best time I have ever had in my life. And if you have spent your childhood in a village, that's the cherry on the cake. To narrate how wonderful my childhood was, I would like to share some stories with all of you. Basically, we have a farmland, and my grandfather used to take both me and my brother every alternate day to our farmland. He used to teach us how to sow seeds, how to water plants, how to fertilize soil, and all other agriculture related activities. But apart from focusing on him, both me and my brother used to run towards the river, which we had, which used to cross across our farm. Both of me and my brother used to have the precious time of our life over there. We used to play with mud. We used to play with water. We used to fight with each other. We used to play with cows and many other things. In my childhood, I had a gang of friends, the most notorious one. Our regular schedule was we used to take a stick, we used to take a tire, and we used to roam all around the city as a peloton. We used to play cricket with a plastic ball, basically the Bobby one, which used to hit hard if you got hit by him, by the ball. And I think so those were the day which were really the golden sunshine of my life was. But as we all know, as the time grows, human grows as well. And that's what I really hate. As soon as I became a late teen, I realized how precious my childhood was. When I was a child, I wanted to become an astrophysicist. Then I wanted to become a doctor. Then I wanted to become a chartered accountant. But when I am 18 right now, again I want to become a kid. Talking about my family, we are a family of five. And besides me, there is my father. My father is a grain merchant. He runs a corn mill. My mother is a housewife, and she is the most beautiful woman in the world. My little cute brother is more into games than studies. And my sweet grandma, my first love, my best friend, and my whole world for me. I did my schooling from 3 different schools. I was first admitted into KPPS High School, but due to my misbehavior, I was just rusticated from the school. Then I was transferred to Podar International School, but my grades were the main reason for my resignation from the school. My father was really fed up with me. So he just thought to put me in a residential school. And at that point of time, I was admitted to Anubhuti Residential School. Anubhuti was less of a school and more of a heaven for me. Anubhuti was a school with 100 acres of lush green campus. That school used to focus more on developing a person rather than stretching him through the typical Indian education system. Anubhuti taught me a lot of things in my life. I made a lot of friends over there. I lost a lot of friends as well. Anubhuti taught me some of the best life lessons I could ever get. Talking about Anubhuti, being in Anubhuti has taught me, or Anubhuti has developed a hobby of playing tennis in me. I'm a passionate tennis player. I love playing tennis very much. And tennis is something which takes me away from the reality into the world of satisfaction. Apart from that, I love painting. I love to paint with crayons and oil paints. I'm a passionate reader too. I love to read fictions. I love to read novels. I love to read literature and other things. And my best hobby is to talk with my grandmother. Running through my life, I have decided to be an entrepreneur and a business personality. I want to be a super rich, even richer than Elon Musk. I have a lot of interest in fintech, and fintech is what I'm going to pursue my career in. I have a lot of more ambitions, like I want to travel the whole world with my family. I want to ride a horse on a beach. I want to play tennis with world-class tennis players. I want to own a Porsche 911 GT3. And apart from all of this, I want to open as many as educational institutes I could open in India. Because what I think is education is something which would eradicate poverty from India, and it could build India economically strong, and it could generate more of India. And at last, I would like to say, leave the world better than you found it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your wonderful speech, Toastmaster Yash. So coming to our next speaker, he is attempting project one, that is icebreaker, and the evaluation for this speech is the evaluator for this speech is Toastmaster Nandan Bhojraj. Time allowed is 4 to 6 minutes, meaning the lightning sequence is green at 4 minutes, yellow at 5 minutes, and red at 6 minutes. The buzzer will sound at 6.5 minutes. Title for speech is Introduction to Myself. Speaker. The speaker is a newly joined Toastmaster member of the Toastmaster. He is a project manager at IBM with overall experience of 22 years. He is interested in skill development and keeping interest with the technology. And his objective to join Toastmasters is he can speak confidently and fluently with a larger audience. So I welcome Toastmaster Shivendra Sinha for the speech. Hello.
Thank you. My name is Sivan, as introduced by hers. So I am having 22 years of experience and I am working for IBM. Today I have got a opportunity to introduce myself and share a little more about me. Hope I am audible and I am visible too, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Thank you for confirming. So I have been like, I have a lot of development experience. I have experience in managing teams and all those. But speaking is one thing where I feel I'm a little lagging behind. And that's why I joined this Toastmaster. As today is the jazz song day, I will start from there. And then
Shivendra, you are not audible.
Hello, am I audible now?
Now you are better, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes it's hanging a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So whenever there is a pressure, work pressure or something, then what I do, I listen to the music and old songs of Kishore Kumar or Lata Mangeshkar song I listen to. Whenever I'm happy, I will switch on my home theater, and then I will put on full volume, and then entire my neighborhood will know that Shivendra is happy today. So that's about the music. Coming to my commitment, like my strengths are strong commitment and focus on getting the things done. Though sometimes I fail, and then mostly I get success, but sometimes I fail as a human. And when I fail, I introspect myself, and then this joining Toastmaster is a result of that kind of what we say.
We lost your voice again. We lost you.
Okay.
Now.
Okay. So yeah. So coming to that, as I was talking about introspection and joining this Toastmaster. So I was working on a mega project that was merger of two banks. Mostly the bank merger gets what we say fail, but then this was like two banks were getting merged, and I was managing the project. It was 160 member on-site officer model, and then a pandemic situation. The project went for 2 years. There were a lot of skill challenges. We onboarded or hired, I will say, 100 around members, and then despite all the challenges in 2 years, we made this merger successful. It was such a mega successful that our project, the project I was managing, got award from our president, vice president of IBM. Am I still audible?
Yes, there was
there was some disturbance in between. Okay. So as I said, my project got award from John Granger, the vice president of IBM. This project was mega successful. Why? Because we have put innovation at work. We have put all the the energy level of the team members were very good, and it was like a do or die situation for bank, for the client, and we did it. Okay. So that was about this. But then, though the project got successful, I moved out of it because last week, and he said that when I can say a dialogue about you, and the dialogue is when Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj won the Killa. He said that we have won the Killa, but then I lost my share. You are really a share, but then we have lost you, though we won the battle. So that kind of situation is there, and even the members, like they take me very much positively, and they follow me. I create a follower within the team, and then what we see that now members like to work with me. Now I was not like this from initial days. There were no electricity those days, and then we moved to Odisha, Rourkela, with my parents, where my grandfather used to work. I studied at Steel City, Rourkela, Odisha, did my engineering MCA over there, and then along with my brother and sister. I have one brother and one sister. All of them are well settled now. One of the major shift is that I got MCA, and then when I did MCA, those days nowhere knowing even that what MCA is. Those days, like where MBA was the known word. I say about 20 years, 22 years back. So MCA has So I'm a PMP certified professional and SAFE certified too. I have two children, and both of them are studying at Hutchins Higher School, Pune. My wife is a MBA, but she is upbringing the children and not doing any work now. My parents are still at Bihar, and we have a beautiful house at Orissa and Bihar both. Coming to my near goal, I'm trying to improve on my speaking, public speaking especially, and a little bit more about data science. That's all about me.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivendra Sinha, for a wonderful speech. Let us pause for 30 seconds to give a feedback to the speaker. Coming towards the next speaker. Next speaker. Next speaker. Coming towards the next speaker. Our next speaker is an Toastmasters who will be attempting his project, that is project 1, level 3. The evaluator for this speech is Toastmaster Nandan Bhojraj. Time allowed is here 4 to 6 minutes, meaning the lightning sequence would be green at 4 minutes, yellow at 5 minutes, red at 6 minutes,
I'm sorry, it is the third project, right?
Yeah.
It is 5 to 7 minutes, which means the green card will be shown at 5 minutes, yellow card will be shown at 6 minutes, the red card will be shown at 7 minutes, and 30 seconds will be provided for the speaker to wrap up their speech.
Yeah, but in the agenda, in the agenda, it is written 4 to 6 minutes.
No, it's 5 to 7 minutes.
5 to 7 minutes.
I think whose speech? I think the speech is going to be Akash's speech.
Yeah, Akash.
And
I think you are the evaluator for it, no? Mr. Nagappan,
Yeah.
you are
Yes,
evaluator.
yes. I am the evaluator. That's correct.
Yeah.
Because he said,
Sorry.
no problem. Please, Harsh, please continue.
The evaluator for the speech is Toastmaster Nagappan sir. Time allowed is 5 to 7 minutes. The title for the speech is Music, Body and Mind. The speaker is a game developer. The speaker is a game developer and a management techie and a management enthusiast. He likes reading books, writing and gaming. So here I introduced Toastmaster Akash Bhojraj.
Is Akash there? Yeah.
Yes, I'm here, sir. I'm just waiting for the question. I answered the question as well. So.
Okay. So Harsh, complete the introduction.
Yes, sir. So he's a game developer. I had asked him a question, when you feel happy or sad, which type of music do you prefer to listen? So his answer was, he loves to listen pop or alternative indie, that is live house. So here I welcome our fellow Toastmaster Akash Bhojraj.
Okay. Just one pause, please, Akash. Ankita Dev is present in the room, so she will be the language evaluator now. Since the last speech, she has been evaluating that already. Akash, you can go ahead.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Now, my topic is music, body, and mind. I have loved music since I was very young. I still remember my dad playing the old cassette, using the old tape, and then pressing play. And I have listened to many classics of R.D. Burman, and which are pictured by Dev Anand, and so many other music directors. Dil ka bhavar kare pukar. I mean, that is such a sweet and melodious Hindi song that still rings in my head. Songs and music have been part of India from ancient times till now. These songs are so melodious and so interesting to hear. It seems we have sometimes lost these old songs into the currently when you see hear the current songs. President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I would like to know one of your favorite song. I request volunteers, please can you tell me one favorite song which you hear anytime you go or are sad or anything else?
Rise and Fall by Mike Perry.
Excellent.
TMO.
Anyone else?
TMO.
Cool. These are some excellent songs, and I completely agree with these. I'd like to move ahead with something which I've understood when I was listening to all this music. So music connects us to all this wide universe. I think music is important tool to create cohesion and social connectedness. I'd like to give an example here. During national anthems, we stand straight and we keep our hands like this or we keep our hands like this during national anthems. And the national anthems connect crowds at sporting events. I still remember I once went to a cricket match and the national anthem before play I stood straight and I got goosebumps. Something like a national anthem creates a weird sensation, and I feel that we all the people are this together. We are together with our team and are supporting them till the end. Even at home, I've seen before a match when there's a national anthem, it feels so inspiring and so brilliant to stand. It is very amazing feeling. I like to share one more example. Like of music connecting us together. When our mothers sung lullabies, we imagine you were a baby and you suddenly your mom sung lullabies. We suddenly feel very connected and secure in our hands of our moms. I still remember some lullabies, Sojanane Raja, like something like that. It created such an excellent, dimension for us. It was something I'll never forget. I think we should always thank our moms so that, those songs, those excellent songs helped us and made us more secure. Now, basically, music affects on our mood as well. It enhances our performance. Now, for example, when I run on a treadmill or I just go for a run, I love to hear the Avengers theme of Endgame. I don't know if you've heard it, but it's called the Portal theme. It gives me such a boost when I run, and I feel so energized. Even if I feel inside, I feel a bit tired after hearing that specific music, which is portal music. I feel suddenly energized, and now I can run much further. So I personally feel that I'm now suddenly surging with energy, and it feels like I'm much more endurance to run anywhere and do the same work again and again. Now that you have so many benefits of music for us, your mind, your body, everything comes together when you listen to music in your everyday life. I still remember when during lockdown there were nobody was there to clean the house, nobody was there to wash the vessels and everything. So at that time, what did we do? We took one headphone, we plugged it into our phones, and we put on music, and we just listened to music. And we just go in the zone when you're listening to music. And this music is such an excellent perspective. It gives such an excellent perspective. And the best part is you still remember that, okay, yeah, I had listened to that music at that time. And then you feel energized again and ready to do more work. For example, some might enjoy Beatles, some might enjoy any other music. All this music, this familiar tunes, you recall special moments in the past. So you begin to incorporate music in your life, and suddenly your life feels a change. So a daily walk, for my suggestion, is excellent time to enjoy some music. But be sure to keep the music low, and be aware of your surroundings, just to be sure that you don't go into a pole or something. Now I have actually created a poem, a special poem for this speech, and with your permission, I like to recite it to you. Music heals us. Music steals us. Music celebrates us. Music touches us in here. Music drives us. Music connects us. Thank you, everyone. Toastmaster of the day, back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akash. Yeah, we have ended a prepared speech session very nicely. Let us have the timers report. That is, Toastmaster Advait can give us exact timings of this four speeches. Let us pause for 30 seconds, give a feedback to our speaker.
The 30 seconds are over. I will now share the timing sequence. Speaker number 1, Toastmaster Jasbir, took 6 minutes 28 seconds. Speaker number 2, took 4 minutes 51 seconds. Speaker number 3 took 6 minutes. And speaker number 4 took 5 minutes 47 seconds. All the speakers have qualified.
Okay. Let us cast our votes for the best speakers now. We have all speakers qualified here.
So I have launched poll. Please vote for the best speaker according to you. Okay, last 5 seconds to vote. I'm stopping poll, ending poll. You can go ahead, Harsh.
Yes, sir. We have a break for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, a second iteration of the program starts. So, timer, can you put on the time?
Yes.
Timing sequence for 5 minutes.
Yes, I will be showing the cards throughout the 5-minute period. I'll
Okay.
show green at 3.
I will also play a song of jazz meanwhile, so you can get entertained if you are sitting here. Otherwise, go and grab a cup of coffee. Are you able to hear and see? Yes.
Yes, yes, we can hear.
You must remember this. A kiss is still a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. And when two lovers woo, they still say I love you. On that you can rely. No matter what the future brings as time goes by. Moonlight and love songs are never out of date. Hearts full of passion, jealousy, and hate. Woman needs man, and man must have his mate that no one can deny. It's still the same old story, a fight for love and glory, a case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by. Moonlight and love songs are never out of date. Hearts full of passion, jealousy, and hate. Woman needs man, and man must have its mate that no one can deny. It's still the same old story, a fight for love and glory, a case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes
Join the community of more than 2 million Binomists who are investing online with Binomo. Start trading today with Binomo.
You created a business. Now, create videos for your business, easily and instantly, with Vimeo Create. Video to help you show off your products and bump up your sales. With hundreds of pre-made templates designed to get your videos performing their best. Plus unlimited stock clips, custom animations, and smart editing tools to help make your message pop. Just share your videos, get views, and watch your business grow. Start making video with Vimeo Create.
Five minutes are over.
Timer are 5 minutes over.
Yes.
Harsh, carry on, please.
Yes, sir. Now we begin. Now it's time for evaluations. The first four evaluators will give their written and oral feedback to the speaker at the end of the meeting. But they will also give some feedback in 2 to 3 minutes here. The timing sequence is green at 2 minutes, yellow at 2.5 minutes, and red at 3 minutes. Here we coming to the first speech, which was given by Toastmaster Jasbir, will be evaluated by a senior consultant working with an internal audit firm who likes traveling, adores food, and loves playing sports. He also loves any form of art. So let us welcome Toastmaster Kaivalya Gune.
Please, if you could read out the response to
to
your question.
The same question which was asked to Toastmaster Kaivalya, which music he would prefer when he would be sad or happy. So answer to the question was, he likes Bollywood old tracks from the 2000 decades, a few Bollywood old classics, typically any type of song, any song which has a meaningful lyrics, and also he likes to listening Marathi Natya Sangeet. Here we welcome Toastmaster Kaivalya Gune.
Toastmaster of the day, President, guests, and fellow Toastmasters. A very good evening. Today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Jasbir, delivered a speech, a icebreaker speech about himself. He started the speech, but suddenly he went on a mute, because of which the starting portion of the speech was not really clear to me. But based on what I could understand, he started with his childhood and how he wanted to become a doctor, while his family wanted him to become an engineer instead. Later on, he started hating rote learning while in school, and hence wanted to become an entrepreneur. And that is why I believe in 7th or 8th standard, he quit formal schooling and started homeschooling. The speech, few things which I liked about his speech. Speech was well structured, as in it started chronologically, starting from his childhood till his college days. There was a good amount of space in between the speech so that people or guests here could understand what he was trying to say. A few recommendations from my side was, I felt that the speech could have been well prepared, because I could observe that Toastmaster Jasbir was reading from a script. The end of the speech seemed abrupt, because I believe Toastmaster Jasbir might not be aware about the timings of the icebreaker speech, which is 4 to 6 minutes. So he questioned in between about the timings, whether it is of 7 minutes or 6 minutes. So the ending of the speech seemed abrupt, which could have been avoided. Also, on a typical icebreaker, we expect the Toastmaster to mention about his family, mention about where he was born, and the objective of him joining the Toastmasters organization. So I believe those things he could have added in his speech, but overall, a pretty decent speech. I welcome Toastmaster Jasbir to the Toastmasters fraternity, and I wish him all the best to his future speeches. And congratulations on completing your first speech, Toastmaster Jasbir. Thank you, and over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kaivalya. Your evaluation was very good. Here, coming by to the second speech, which was given by Toastmaster Yash Jaketi, will be evaluated by an IIT graduate currently building his driverless cars with Jaguar and Land Rover. In his leisure time, he enjoys reading business, finance, history books, analyzing financial statements of listed companies, and playing cricket and football. So I had asked him the same question, which music he would prefer when he's sad or happy. So he typically enjoys ambient instrumental music. So let us welcome Toastmaster Piyush Udan.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, respected President, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Today, I will be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Yash. He delivered his Level 1, Project 1 icebreaker speech from the Dynamic Leadership Pathway. If you ask any Toastmaster whether they remember their icebreaker speech, I bet that they'll smile back at you and reply with a resounding yes. This first speech in Toastmaster always occupies a very special place in the speaker's heart. Toastmaster Yash, you delivered a wonderful icebreaker speech. You started off strongly with a beautiful and relevant quote. The manner in which you described events like swimming in the river, playing with a stick and tire, enjoying in the mud was very relatable. I bet that most of us listening would have recollected our own childhood memories and just visualize those in front of our eyes as you were speaking. Content-wise, you were pretty comprehensive from an icebreaker speech point of view, covering major childhood events, beautifully describing your family members, and then going on to talk about your ambitions about becoming richer than Elon Musk someday. You also ended your speech on a very good note with an inspiring phrase. Now, although you delivered a very good speech, there are a few areas where you can improve in your upcoming speeches. There was an unusual pause while you were greeting the audience at the start of your speech. I understand it can happen due to some nervousness, and I'm sure that you'll get better with time. Your voice modulation and use of facial expressions could have been slightly better. For example, you could have said, and I was rusticated. But then Anubhuti happened. One more recommendation. If you can stand up and deliver your speech in a virtual setting, I believe that you can better utilize screen space and use your hand gestures. But overall, you delivered a very good icebreaker speech, especially your content, delivery, and fluency. To conclude, it was a great experience listening to you and evaluating your speech, Toastmaster Yash. Looking forward to hearing more amazing speeches from you in the future. Kudos. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Piyush, for evaluating the speech. So let us go to the third speech, which was given by a newly member of the Toastmasters Club, that is Toastmaster Shivendra Sinha, and it will be evaluated by a corporate consultant, ex-vice president of an American company, and an author of a book, Scratch for Freedom. And the same question I asked him, which music he would prefer when he would be sad or happy. The answer for it is he would prefer to listen melodious song of Lata Mangeshkar, preferably Marathi songs. So let us welcome our Toastmaster Nandan Bhojraj for evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. And I'll be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Shivendra Sinha. This is the first speech from him, which we call rightly the icebreaker. It was a very wonderful icebreaker speech. Toastmaster Shivendra Sinha has shown good confidence, good comfort level to discuss with the audience. He has also used a good storytelling skill, where he has explained his success in a very great manner. My suggestions for improvement will be basically more technical, where he should check technically the mic and the voice before starting. Another suggestion will be that when he is talking, he can change his voice modulation, change the pitch of his voice, but of course it will come as he practices more and delivers more speech. So in short, he has also quoted Chhatrapati Shivaji saying in a very nice manner that he was able to get the fort, win the fort, but he lost the lion. So he has got all the basic requirements to be a very great speaker in future. And I'm sure that with his experience and with the perseverance what he has shown in his job, where he has done a very tough and very difficult job in a very convincing manner, wherein he was encouraged, he was appreciated by the top management of his company. Similar to that, I would also like to encourage and congratulate him for a very wonderful first speech. And I think in future, he will be able to gain all these particular technical points of setting the mic in advance, checking the voice, and with his confidence, he can very well learn how to go ahead with the other points like the facial expressions, the gestures, the difference in pitch and the voice modulation. So wishing all the best to Toastmaster Shivendra Sinha, and congratulations for completing the first icebreaker speech in Toastmaster. Thank you. Over to the team audience.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nandan, for a wonderful evaluation. Now we will have a timer's report. Sorry. We have one evaluation left, right? So the next post speech was given by Toastmaster Akash Bhojraj, and it will be evaluated by and Toastmaster for last 9+ years. He is an IT professional working with a Japanese IT company in Pune, interested in personal finance, public speaking, and physical fitness. So let us welcome Toastmaster Nagappan.
Am I audible and visible? Thank you. Honorable President, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, and my target speaker, Toastmaster Akash, and guest, good evening to all of you. Today, the target speaker has given a speech on music, body, and mind is the title of the speech. This was a project called Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language. So let me analyze the speech which he has given. So I would like to go with the CRC approach. First one, what all I liked about the speech. The speech structure. The speech had an opening, body, and conclusion. I liked the structure of the speech. In the opening, he explained about how he was listening to this music, R.D. Burman's music and Devanand's songs, all the things. Also, he asked the audience about what type of music do you listen to. And he also made a couple of audience to answer. So when such questions were asked, people were normally, they will get special interest on the speech, so that he has done that very well. Then in the body, I could see that he explained the various aspects of how he has, how he liked the music, body and mind, and that he concluded with his own poem. So that way, I think he touched all of us by doing that. And also next one is I liked about the body language. In spite of this being an online meeting, there being a very less scope for body language. I could see him that he has created a space, or he kept set up the camera in such a way that his body language was visible, and we could see that he was using effective gestures. For example, when he said wide gesture, we could see that he was showing the body language for that. Also, national anthem, how we keep our hand, he has done that well. And also connecting the words like that, I could see in multiple occasions he has used the body language very effectively. Also, one more thing which I want to appreciate him is about he selected a speech in line with the theme of the meeting, jazz music, but he has given a speech based on the music. And what could have been better is, one, I think this speech is about body language and also vocal variety. He could have taken a few more aspects of vocal variety. Maybe, for example, he could have done some singing of the songs, even though he did his own poem. He could have used some more vocal variety that could have taken the speech to next level. Also, we want to leave audience with some message in the end. The speech was about music, body, and mind. He could have connected people by saying that. So I hope you all liked the song. Do you want to try practicing singing like that? Some message for the audience could have taken the speech to next level. Overall, he has well prepared, rehearsed, and delivered the speech. And I liked the speech, and I'm sure you all might have liked it. Thank you, and over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, DTM Nagappan sir, for your evaluation report. Now, we all now have the timers report. Timer, can you just tell who qualifies for the best evaluator?
All the evaluators have qualified.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Advait.
I'll launch poll, just wait.
Yes, sir. Now we'll vote for the best evaluator.
The poll is launched. Two more folks haven't voted. Please vote. And co-hosts, you can send your votes to me by private message or chat. We are ending poll now in under 5 seconds. Okay, poll is ended. You can move ahead with the agenda, Harsh.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Now we move to the very interesting part of a meeting, that is table topic session. Here we can test ability to think fast and speak in impromptu in table topic session. Here the topic master for today is Toastmaster Gargi. She is the table topic master for today, and I request Toastmaster Gargi to take over.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Am I audible?
Yes,
yeah,
you are audible and visible.
Yeah. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. The purpose of table topic session is to develop your ability to think on your feet. I invite Toastmasters and guests to speak on a topic each. To qualify for voting, a speaker must speak between 1 minute and 2 minutes 30 seconds. The timer will show green card at the end of 1 minute, yellow card at the end of 1 minute 30 seconds, and a red card at the end of 2 minutes. Grace period of 30 seconds will be given to you to wrap up your speech. Now, I would like to invite TM Tej Sharma. TM Tej, can we please have you? Can you please unmute yourself?
Gargi, select another person. Tej is already playing 3 roles today.
Okay. I would like to invite Toastmaster Varun Miglani.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you are. TM Varun Miglani, sir, your topic for speaking is my favorite song.
Okay. A very good morning, a very good evening to one and all. The topic which I have been given is my favorite song. I like singing. I like listening to many songs, and it is difficult to choose the favorite. But whenever I am little depressed or sad, this is one motivational song which I hear quite often, and the song is from the film Laksh. So the song is about हाँ यही रास्ता है तेरा तूने अब जाना है. It just reminds me of my laksh, about the goal which I have in my life or which I have set myself for. Whatever hiccups or whatever breakdowns we face, the songs help me keep focused and keep working hard. Hence, I listen to this song quite often, and it is very useful in the sense that I really feel so charged up whenever I listen to this song, especially as I belong to NCC. I have done my 3 years of National Cadet Corps training, and in which I understand the importance of discipline in my life. So the scenes in the song of army training, which the actor Hrithik Roshan goes through, it reminds me of the importance of discipline in my life and being focused towards the goal. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, TM Varun. I would now like to invite our President, DTM Prasad Soni, sir.
Yes, Gargi.
Sir, yeah. Sir, your topic for this session is old Hindi songs versus new Hindi songs.
Just one sec.
Yeah.
We had a glorious period of 1947 to 1972, about 25 years after independence, which is known as the golden period of Bollywood music. And what is the reason for that? We had great singers such as Lata Mangeshkar, Asha Bhosle, Mohammad Rafi, Kishore Kumar, Manna De, Mukesh, Talat Mahmood, Hemant Kumar, and so many others. Then we had great musicians, Shankar Jaikishan, S.D. Burman, O.P. Nayyar, Madan Mohan, Roshan, C. Ramchandra, Lakshmikant Parlal. And we had great lyricists such as Shailendra, Hasrat Jaipuri, Sahir Ludhianvi, and so many others. These all were born in the period from 1910 to 1930, and they all were at the peak of their careers in 50s, 60s, and 70s. And because of that, we had great music produced. As a book by Malcolm Gladwell talks about how important periods are in history, and those who were born in 1830s went on to become tycoons in America. Those born in 1956 or so went on to become tycoons in IT industry. Something similar happened here. All great people in music were born in this era. And that's why that music is timeless, it's matchless. If you look at current composers, I won't say they're bad. A.R. Rahman is pretty good. Shankar Ehsaan Loy is good. So these guys are good. But the others had tough competition in that era. So most of them could win only one award. And somebody like Madan Mohan or C. Ramchandra could not win even one Filmfare Award. Were they alive today? Probably they could have walked away with many prizes. But because they were in a tough period, they had tough competition from each other. That created greater music of that era. So we still listen to those songs. There cannot be a single day passed in our lives without listening to a song by either Lata, Asha, Rafi, or Kishore. So I would say that was the best music. But let's not think too much about why we can't make that again. It cannot be made again. We just focus on what is available right now and think of that as what is available and what's good, and enjoy the ones that is produced right now. After all, we cannot have 7 Sundays in a year, and we cannot have those people born again in the same era. Over to you, table topic master Gargi.
Thank you so much, DTM Prasad sir, for your wonderful speech. I
Toastmaster
would now
Gargi,
like to.
I'm sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt, but my laptop is showing some issues. Both the so if it is possible for some other Toastmaster to maybe show the timing, it would be better for now. Or if it is possible, I could probably put the timings in the chat because I have issues right now.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Just chat. Yeah. Does somebody else have a timing PowerPoint which he or she can show? Tej, you are already occupied with so many things. I don't want to tell you.
I can take this role.
Okay, who is that?
Can I
Kailash.
show with the virtual background or?
Yeah, Kailash, I think is doing that. Okay, let Kailash do that, the role of the timer then.
Yeah, just give me a minute to find a search for cards. Okay.
Yeah. So by the way, I didn't see timing sequence after yellow, so I thought I am within red.
Just want to confirm that the cards are visible.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Can we proceed?
Just one sec. So let's have clarity. Kailash, you will time.
Yeah.
And show the cards both. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, please, Gargi.
Yeah. Thank you. I would now like to invite a guest, Kaushiki Baheti. Ma'am, can you please unmute yourself?
Sure.
Yeah. Your topic for this session is your favorite male singer.
Okay. All right. So can I start?
Yeah.
All right. So that's an interesting topic. I think before I get to that, I would like to start with, I often have trouble choosing when people say, as soon as there's a sentence associated with the word favorite, because I think I'm someone for whom change is constant, and that constantly applies to mostly all facets of my life, including music. And don't get me wrong, I am a huge lover of music, and I enjoy listening to different types of music as well. But I think I constantly realize that after I'm obsessed with a certain song or certain series, I need to like move on and go forward with the next one. But coming back, I think I really like the songs that are created by The Weeknd. He has a very good mix and a good blend of songs. Even songs by Ed Sheeran are really good, because I think in this era where we're kind of like sort of where just the tune of the music kind of really catches on to people without really lyrics are sort of somewhere losing its importance. But I feel these are some singers where whenever you kind of get a chance to listen to their songs, they do have some sort of meaning or that they try to show. So yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your wonderful speech. Now I would like to invite guest Aniket Jagtap. Am I audible?
I request all the guests to turn their video on. If you are seen, you can be invited.
I guess there is some connectivity issue.
Okay.
So I will just invite TM Kirtiraj. Oh, sorry. He's not here.
I'm here, Toastmaster
I would
Gargi.
like to invite. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
That's fine.
Your topic. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
So, guest Aniket, your topic is a song recommendation.
Kirtiraj is a musician, so he can even sing a song if he wants.
Yeah, I have this question. Is it for guest Aniket or is it for me?
No, I thought he's here, but he's not. So you can proceed. I'm so sorry for the confusion.
Okay, sure. Could you please repeat the topic once again?
A song recommendation.
Sure. Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you. Go on. Fellow Toastmasters in here. Any song which makes us feel connected, any song which actually makes us dream about future, about good things, is something which can make us gleeful. Yes? What do you feel, Toastmaster Gargi?
Could you please repeat the question?
Sure.
I'm so sorry.
Any song which makes us feel gleeful is good for us. I could see a nod from you.
That
That's
is
amazing.
absolutely right.
Thank you so much. That is where I would personally say that a song recommendation, well, I won't stick to just one song like the Titanic theme song, which I sung just now. It is something which just vibes with you. If you're sad, maybe you can think about any particular song which makes you more calm. Maybe the flute music or bamboo music, which can bring a tranquility. Or if you are way too much gleeful and you want to celebrate, you can like TMO, me TMO. So that's about the song preference which I would like to share. It's all about us because music is something which connects us in different moods. It is something which makes us gleeful or angry as well. If you are irritated because of someone and then someone starts playing loud music near you, it won't remain music. It would become noise, right? From my end, I would say every song is great. Like there's a timbre associated with each and every music. And that's where whenever we vibe with the beautiful cosmos, it gives us that kind of pleasure and relaxation. Thank you, and over to Topics Master.
Thank you for your wonderful performance, TM Kirtiraj Garud.
Gargi, we have guest Pratibha who has turned her
Yeah.
video on. You can invite her to speak.
Yeah. Guest Pratibha, are you here? Yeah. So your topic for this session is Lata Mangeshkar. Could you please unmute yourself? We can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Well, when I hear word Lata Mangeshkar, it just reminds me of a beauty of a true soul, what we say. And she has ruled an era of around 70 to 60 years in the age of music. And it has been wonderful from listening to her. I don't uh, I don't know if anybody has not heard Lata Mangeshkar. She has been called a Nightingale of India, and it's proud she is from our country. And one of my favorite songs by Lata Mangeshkar is um, जिंदगी प्यार का गीत है इसे हर पल निभाना पड़ेगा. So it's a beautiful song with a beautiful meaning, and Lata Mangeshkar has inspired a lot of singers across the world and even in India, and a lot of people follow her. So it's been a great to listen her all the time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Pratibha. I hope you have been enjoying the meeting.
Yeah,
The
sure.
last person that I would like to invite is guest Anuj Pachpute.
Yes.
Yeah. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. So your topic is an inspiring song.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
An inspiring song. As a first guest or a speaker said that Lakshya song, that is Lux song, that is also my favorite song, and it is also inspired me a lot in my life. Like there, that is the goal. How to reach it, that's all in our mind. But that one thing that is inspired and reiterate to us, that is the song. That's only reiterate to us. That's why the song, that's I like it. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech. Do we have time for one more speaker?
Let's just look at the agenda for a sec.
Yeah, okay. No, because someone had just messaged me on WhatsApp saying that they would like to participate in the, but if time doesn't allow, we'll stop here.
It's over. Time is over actually. Time's
Yeah.
up.
Okay, so that was all about the table topic session. I hope you guys enjoyed. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gargi. Let us ask the timer now. Timer, we actually had two timers, right? Kailash was measuring, checking the timings of table topic session.
So Kailash, what is the timing report?
Yeah, so I have started from guest Koski. So guest Koski, Kirtiraj, guest Pratibha are qualified, and guest Anuj is not qualified for the voting.
Okay.
And I don't have a timing for the first two speakers.
Toastmaster Varun and DTM Prasad have qualified as well.
All right. Then only guest Anuj is not qualified. Rest are qualified.
Okay.
Okay. I'm launching table topics poll. The ones who are co-hosts, please send your votes to me by personal message. You may vote now. Okay, we have 3 more people who have persons who have not voted yet. Please vote quickly. We'll end the poll in a few more seconds. It's 10 more seconds. Ending poll now. You may proceed, Harsh.
Okay. Now it's time for language evaluation. I would like Toastmaster Ankita to come forward to give his or her comments. Let us welcome Toastmaster Ankita Dev.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. President Sir, are you presenting the first half of the report?
No. You will be presenting the report, whatever you have noted. Okay, I can present one part, which was somebody repeated phrases several times, so it is not advisable outside your engineering exams. Okay, if you there is no point in saying the same thing again and again like a broken record. Just move on to the next part of the meeting. With that, I hand you over to Ankita.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I noted some good uses of the words. Good evening, everyone. I will now be presenting the second half of the report, and the good uses I noted were from Toastmaster Akash. He used the word lullaby. Then evaluator Cavalier used the words chronological and abrupt, also fraternity. Evaluator 2, Piyush, used the word visualized. And evaluator 4, distinguished Toastmaster Nagappan, sir, used the word effective. Then Toastmaster Varun used the words hiccups and breakdowns. Distinguished Toastmaster Sir used the word tycoons. Guest Kaushiki used the word obsessed. Toastmaster Kirtiraj used the word gleeful and tranquility. The speakers who used word of the day today are Toastmaster Kirtiraj, and who used idiom of the day is our President Sir. So let us have a round of applause for them. With this, I conclude my report. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Harsh, you are on mute. You are muted, Harsh.
Sorry. Thank you, Toastmaster Ankita. We will have our counter report. Toastmaster, we welcome Toastmaster Tej Sharma to present his counter report.
Am I audible and visible? Thank you. Good evening, Mr. President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. We often find ourselves using crutch words or filler words like or you know, or meaningless sounds like when we are searching for the right words to say. Such crutch words can distract the audience from your speech and give the impression that you are not well prepared. Instead, just try pausing a moment while you straighten out your thoughts. This will help to reduce our reliance on those words and will help us achieve a clear and eloquent speech. I will now be presenting my report. The first speaker for today's meeting was the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Kailash. He had 5 arms and he repeated the word growth once. The second speaker was the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Harsh Dalge. He had 5 plus R's, 5 plus ums, 3 unusual pauses, 3 R's, and he used the word so once. He repeated the phrases like bring out there once. As a theme, we have once, American community once. He repeated the word and once, and repeated the words icebreaker speech twice. Now we move on to the speaker number one. Speaker number 1, Toastmaster Jasbir. He had 5 ums, 1 R, and 1 unusual pause. Speaker number 2, Toastmaster Yash, had 3 Rs, 5 ums, and 1 unusual pause. Speaker number 3, Toastmaster Shivendra, had 5 plus ums, 5 plus Rs, and 1 R. Speaker number 4, Toastmaster Akash, had 2 Rs. He used the phrase you know 5 times, and he had 3 ums. Timer, Toastmaster Advait Dixit used 1 arm. Evaluator number 1, Toastmaster Kaivalya, had 3 arms and 1 R. Evaluator number 2, Toastmaster Piyush, was flawless. Toastmaster Nandan was also flawless. Distinguished Toastmaster Nagappan, sir, had 1 arm. And we move on to the table topic master, Toastmaster Gargi. She had 1 R, 5 arms, and 1 R. Table topic speaker number 1, Toastmaster Varun, had 5 arms, 3 R's, 3 R's, and repeated the word the twice. So table topic speaker number 3, guest Kaushiki had 5 plus R's, 5 plus R's. Table topic speaker number 5, guest Pratibha Kole had 5 plus arms and 1 R. Table topic speaker number 6, guest Anuj had 3 arms and 1 R. Language evaluator Toastmaster Ankita had 1 R and 1 R. And the flawless speakers were our President, Distinguished Toastmaster Prasad Sir, Toastmaster Piyush, Toastmaster Nandan, table topic speaker, Distinguished Toastmaster Prasad Sir, and table topic speaker number 4, Toastmaster Kirtiraj Garud. So let's have a round of applause for these flawless speakers.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tej Sharma. Now we have come to someone was observing the proceedings of entire meeting. He will now give his comments over. He will give an overall evaluation of the full meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Kirtiraj Garud.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Harsh. Every meeting happens with some or other intent. And that is where a general evaluator evaluates every single thing which happens in the meeting room, right from whether people join in before time, there is an audio video check done or not, and then a smooth conduct and identifying areas of improvements. Are you all interested to know whether this meeting in itself, like jazz, was musical and smooth? Yes or no? Let me just see. I can see some Toastmasters nodding their heads and some thumbs up. Thank you so much. Let me carry with the general evaluator's report. Though before that, let me congratulate each one of you for playing such a great role today, because it's all what matters, right? We grow and we learn through every single meeting. Let me start with the evaluators. Evaluation is a thing which is very much needed because it helps us grow. For today's evaluators, first up, congratulations. And I would be congratulating all the role players like a broken record today, because every single person, even amidst a lot of technical glitches, did fantastic today. Evaluators followed the CRC approach: commendation, recommendation, and commendation. And then there was at least a single area of improvement or suggestion which was made. As we had multiple icebreakers today, and it is allowed for the Toastmasters to read from script in their first speech, we may give them some kind of areas of improvements, like you can create some bullet points and then refer to the script instead of completely reading it word by word. There was a timber of all speakers and evaluations today, and it was amazing. Congratulations to one and all. Next up, the R counter. The R counter rule was explained clearly, and then all the people who were flawless today were applauded. Kudos to you. The report included specific count of filler words, and then as per the Toastmasters guidelines, instead of you repeated this particular thing 7 times, 10 times, 15 times. Oh my God, no. The R counter did it well by stating there were more than 5 filler words, and so on and so forth. So congratulations. Considering there were a number of speakers, the R counter may tabulate the R's, ums, count and share specific areas of improvement. Also share the screen. This role was also very well done. Next up is the grammarian evaluation. The grammarian did applaud for speakers who used the word of the day or the phrase of the day. Congratulations. The word of the day and the phrase of the day were easy to use and were in line with today's theme, jazz. So congratulations again. And then the grammarian, even the presiding officer, helped everyone by sharing the word of the day and the phrase of the day in the chat segment. That is where people were encouraged to do the same. one area of improvement which I would like to state in the virtual podium, we may share that whenever someone uses the word of the day, we do a thumbs up or the reactions feature which is present in Zoom. And whenever we use the phrase of the day, we do a double thumbs up or a clap, anything which is feasible. Congratulations for a well executed role. Next up, maybe I should have called this particular evaluation earlier. The sergeant at arms, who is the custodian of the entire meeting, who sees to it that the people who are role players as well as who are the guests do arrive before time or do not enter before time. Yes, the meeting did start 1 minute late. That is fine. There were a lot of jugglery which was happening. The kudos that as soon as the meeting started, people were abreast with whatever thing was happening. They were excited. The meeting room was prepared well. And yes, people were greeted with a smile, which is very important because the sergeant at arms sets the stage for the entire meeting. We may even share the mission and rules as pointers because that is where people should get to know that in a Toastmasters meeting, we prevent from referring to sex, politics, and religion, those kind of things. Or maybe if we need to give a standing ovation, this is something which is important and a good practice in Toastmasters. Whenever someone gives an icebreaker speech, which is the first speech in pathways or the path completion speech.
By the way, that is not a practice in our club. So we
okay,
don't
sure.
do that. Okay.
Sure. Thank you so much. Noted. And then the next point, one more important thing is as the sergeant at arms actually starts the meeting and is the face of the meeting in the initial time, the sergeant at arms may bring some energy. Are you all excited? What's happening? Do you like music? Something like that. So that is where people would get pepped up. Yes. Congratulations for a well-executed role because you did not allow anyone to pop into the meeting whenever a speaker was on stage. Congrats. The presiding officer, words fall short because we have a seasoned Toastmaster and someone who has been actually hand-holding all the role players throughout. Whenever there was any lack, that's where the presiding officer came in. So kudos to you. Kudos for introducing the guests and greeting them with a warm welcome because that sets the tone where guests would again and again like to be a part of this club. The meeting structure was explained properly to the audience, and then there was a proper transition from the presiding officer to the Toastmaster of the day. Let's check what the Toastmaster of the day did. I would like to request you all to congratulate and clap once for the Toastmaster of the day because even after facing some kind of glitches, the Toastmaster of the day, there is a possibility of some nervousness or some technical glitch. Still, Toastmasters is all about, well, leaders are made. And that is where the Toastmaster of the day did keep up and bounce back whenever needed. He introduced the theme well and also at the same time did help with all the proper guidelines. For every speaker, for every evaluation, the objectives were clearly stated. The role players and the speakers were introduced and the Toastmaster of the day did lead it. There is one feedback for the Toastmaster of the day as an area of improvement. I hope you would like it. Yes. So the Toastmaster of the day may invite the speaker and verify if the timer screen is visible or not, or it is pinned or not before the start of the speech. Also, while inviting the speaker for a speech, this particular protocol may be followed. Toastmaster ABC, title, Toastmaster ABC. This gives some time for the speaker to get ready that, okay, now I need to get on the stage and show my charisma. Overall, the Toastmaster of the day did well. I would connect with you offline again for some areas of improvement so that you can become the Toastmaster of the day in the next meeting. Next up is the Table Topics Master. Congratulations, because you did state the purpose of table topics, which is very important. And then impromptu speaking is something which people love and they are a lot many times like thrilled about and they tremble as well. That is where you did make everyone calm and composed. You did not make it feel like it's so difficult. No, what you did help everyone to feel at ease and then shared and brought guests on the floor. You did ask the timer for guidelines, and then the topics were in line with the theme and interesting. No one was allowed on stage when one speaker was speaking, so congratulations. Last but not the least, the timer of the day. The timing guidelines were explained properly before the start of every round. Congratulations. When the timer 1 faced a technical glitch, there was the presiding officer who came for the help, came for the support, and then another timer was assigned. Kudos to one and all for such a great dynamic performance in this meeting today. The timer cards were displayed whenever needed, and then the timer did read out the exact time taken by the speakers in the prepared speeches round. Also, the people who were qualified for the voting, their names were properly shared. This reduces confusion because at times it's all about growth and learning, though along with that, may the best man standing win, right? So that is where those who could not qualify this time gets a chance that, okay, we can improve and come back next time. I hope you all enjoyed what happened in this complete evaluation so far. And just with the paucity of time, I would like to do something for you all. Just give me a second. Because it's jazz right now. Yes, it was a great meet. Roles were conducted well. I had fun. Did you? Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, General Evaluator Kirtira, for a wonderful ending and a wonderful evaluation. Now, we have timer. You can tell me who is the best, who are qualified for the best role player.
Harsh, hand over to me. I will handle that part.
Okay, sir. Now we are coming. Thank you, everyone. Now we have reached the concluding part of the evening. Now it's the moment of glory for some of all of us. Let us invite our president to give away the certificates and evaluate the best speakers tonight. Over to you, Mr. President.
Hello, everyone. Did you enjoy the meeting, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Okay. I would
Yes,
like
yes.
to vote for the best role player and the best auxiliary role player. So just quickly let me know who all have qualified for that. Advait?
All the auxiliary role players have qualified. However, unfortunately, I must say Toastmaster of the day went a little over time and hence he isn't qualified. Better luck next time, Toastmaster Harsh.
And later on, it was Kailash who was counting. So Kailash, who's qualified or who's disqualified?
General evaluator is not qualified, other all qualified.
Okay. So in that case, we have only table topic master Gargi left. So no voting. We just award her the certificate at the end of the meeting. And for auxiliary, we will conduct the poll. So I'm going to share the poll for best auxiliary role player. Please cast your vote amongst timer Advait Dikshit oblique. Although it's written Advait Dikshit, it is the Advait Dikshit oblique Kailash Sutar. Our counter Tej Sharma, SA Kailash Sutar, and Eli Ankita Dev oblique Prasad Soni. But majority was done by Ankita, so let it be just Ankita. So I launched the poll. Please vote. We have 3 more votes to go. Please vote. Please vote if you have observed them. Otherwise, we'll be ending this in another few seconds. Okay, I'm ending poll. Tej, please note. Okay, a quick feedback from guests who are present here. We start with guest Pratibha. Pratibha, please turn your video on and tell us what you liked about the meeting in about 15 seconds or so.
It was a wonderful part of being in part of this meeting, and I liked the manner it was well structured and organized, and all the roles were cleared, and yeah, it was a wonderful session overall. Thank you.
Thank you. Pratibha, are you a member of a club in Bangalore currently?
Yes, I'm a member of Toast and Taste Toastmasters. It's a club in our company itself.
Okay. How long have you been a member?
I have been recently a member, like just 1 month.
Please keep attending our meetings when you can, and maybe you can deliver a speech or play some role at our meeting one of these days, and invite your other colleagues from your company and your club as well to attend and play some role. Okay.
Yeah, pleasure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. In music, we have one of the best performers of Indian classical music, who is also known for her beauty, and her name is Kaushiki Chakravarti. So somebody who shares the name of Kaushiki is Kaushiki Baheti. Let's ask her feedback.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad I attended today's session. It was, of course, the topic was something that was unique, and I think anything which involves music is quite sort of captivating. And I think the session, it was quite interesting to hear the speeches, because they had a good blend of like sort of the icebreaker speeches along with the other speeches, and even the evaluation and sort of the depth of what everything that goes on, including the general evaluation, I think was quite in depth. So overall, I feel that it was quite comprehensive, and it gave a very good sort of overview of everything that goes on in Toastmasters. And I think, yes, that's what I would like to say.
Okay. Now we hear from guest Anuj and guest Maya. Please turn your video on and tell us what you liked about this meeting. Anuj?
That is the fabulous meeting, sir. Actually, that is my first meeting. I have never known about it.
Okay.
That's why I am quite nervous also. It's okay. I'll improve. Thank you.
You enjoyed, right?
Yes, yes. Definitely.
And there were 3 more friends of yours. Have they all vanished?
Actually, they will come, sir. They have gone to village. That's why.
Okay. We'll invite them for the next meet, which is a hybrid meeting. Okay. Then
Yes,
we
sir,
have
yes, sir.
guest Maya. Can you please share your feedback, Maya? Maya, you are muted.
Yeah, I'm really very happy, and I'm glad that I attended today's meeting. It was fabulous. First thing, like music is my favorite thing. I mean, each one of us who doesn't like music, and all the roles played were very nice. It was a first time for me today, but I was at times I was a little bit confused because I doesn't know the proper, I mean the role play and all that things. So, but overall I enjoyed. It was very well organized, and you all are really fabulous and doing great job, and continue to do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Then we have, I think that's all for guest feedback today, because Varun has joined us now finally, so he is a member and not a guest anymore. No other guests that I see here. Fine, we'll move to the next part of the agenda. We have a system in our club. If the Toastmaster of the day fumbles or feels that the performance not up to his standard, he can repeat that role the next time or the meeting after that. Since the next meeting's role is already decided, Neha Sankla will be the Toastmaster of the day, and her theme is coffee. And I'm one of the speakers, and there will be some more speakers called for. So maybe Harsh, you can play this role again after 2 weeks with a different theme, and that will be a physical meeting, in-person meeting. So you wouldn't have challenge of technology. You will have to just prepare well. It's a physical meeting. Then the general evaluator commented upon about 2 things. So I would like to clarify those, since many of you are new Toastmasters. You might not know this. Our organization was formed in USA, and we follow the rules which are there in USA. There are some Toastmasters who came from Middle East, and they tried to impose rules which are prevalent in Middle East, but they are not the organization's rules. Okay, so sex, religion, and politics is banned in Middle East. It's not banned elsewhere in the world. You can give a speech on these topics as well if you want. These countries are typically kingdoms, and they have backward thinking people, so they have made those rules about not allowing these topics, such as especially politics. You're not allowed to speak about that because it's kingdom, it's not democracy. And religion, you cannot speak about religion in those countries. But we in India are liberal, so we follow what is good for everyone. So although I will be giving a speech about, let's say, sex, it will not be direct, it will be subtle hint, it will not be something which is bad to hear for anyone. People would enjoy that. It's just like a joke in a simple movie, not adult movie, a simple movie which is censored, and censor says it's okay, there is no cut, even kids can watch that. So if you can tell a story like that, it's okay. Okay, the next thing is politics and religion are allowed subjects. You can give speeches on even those topics. Just try to be careful so that you don't hurt sentiments of people and there are no riots caused because of your speech. So just be careful, otherwise you can choose any topic. The next thing is about the second announcement, which general evaluator was saying, that we give standing ovation to people who give icebreaker speech. That is not a practice anywhere in the clubs that we have started, simply because when do you give standing ovation to a batsman? When he scores the first run or when he scores a century? When he scores a century, correct? So we give standing ovation when somebody completes a title, such as in the old days, competent communicator, advanced communicator, now a path, or maybe even a level in a path, but at least a path is preferred. So we do give standing ovation to people who complete something. We don't give standing ovation when somebody starts, because if you look at the definition of standing ovation, it is given when somebody accomplishes something, achieves something. So again, this is a practice which came here from Middle Eastern people, where they wanted to encourage many Toastmasters to join. And in Kingdom, it is not easy to get people to join for such courses of speaking. So they might have started this practice there. It's not prevalent elsewhere in the world. I was a member in Singapore where there were no such systems. Okay. And I've attended many meetings in US and Europe. There is no such system there. It is only in the Middle Eastern countries that they started such backward practices. We should condemn those and not follow. We should practice excellence. So if somebody completes an award, we definitely give them a standing ovation. Next meeting, we will be giving standing ovation to some of our members who have completed some titles. They are not present today and we are not meeting physically. So we'll be giving that in the next meeting, which will be in person. Then we have planned orientation for our members, and some of you are present, some of you are not present. So we would like to conduct that again, if possible, immediately after this meeting. There were many of you who had missed and you are present here today. So I'm asking people like Harsh, Varun, Ankita, whether you want orientation immediately after this meeting. Piyush.
Sir, I had attended.
Okay.
So I do not have any queries.
Okay. Others who had not attended, do you want it immediately after this meeting? It will be about 20 minutes. We can conduct it after this meeting is over and fellowship is over.
Yes, sir, I'm fine with it.
Okay. So we'll conduct.
I have a meeting after this.
Okay.
I might not be able to attend today.
Okay. So then shall we plan it again on maybe Tuesday evening, like we had planned last week?
Sure, sir. Yeah.
So more people can attend and we can promote and advertise about that. Okay. So I'll declare the intent on groups and then you can attend that particular orientation. Meanwhile, while the results are being computed and certificates are being made, we'll play a song of 3 minutes. It's a Hindi song which has jazz in it. And afterwards, we'll give away the certificates. Then we can conclude the meeting. And we request Kirtiraj to sing some song for us after that. And any one of you who can sing, please go ahead and sing a song. We will all be clapping for you at that time. But first, let's listen to this song, which is from a Hindi film called Kailash. The music is by somebody who is the husband of the singer of this song. I think Ram Sampath is the music composer and Sona Mohapatra is the name of the singer. That's what I remember. Kareena Kapoor and Amir Khan starred movie. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
It's a 3-minute song.
रात में ही जागते हैं ये गुनाहों के घर, इनकी राहें खोल पाए जो भी आए इधर। ये है गुमराहों का रास्ता, मुस्कानें झूठी हैं, पहचाने झूठी है, रंगीनी है छाई फिर भी है तन्हाई। कल इन्हीं गलियों में, इन मसली गलियों में तो ये धूम थी, जो रूह प्यासी है जिसमें उदासी है वो है घूमती। सबको तलाश वो ही समझे ये काश कोई। ये है गुमराहों का रास्ता, मुस्काने झूठी है, पहचाने झूठी है, रंगीनी है छाई फिर भी है तन्हाई। हल्के उजालों में, हल्के अंधेरों में जो एक राज है, क्यों खो गया है वो, क्या हो गया है कि वो नाराज है। ऐ रात इतना बता, तुझको तो होगा पता। ये है गुमराहों का रास्ता, मुस्काने झूठी है, पहचाने झूठी है, रंगीनी है छाई फिर भी है तन्हाई। मुस्काने झूठी है, पहचाने झूठी है, रंगीनी है छाई फिर भी है तन्हाई।
Join the more than 2 million economists who are investing online with Binomo. Start trading.
Okay, I apologize for one goof up. The singer is not Sona Mohapatra, who is the wife of Ram Sampath. The singer's name is Suman Sridhar, and the lyricist is Javed Akhtar for this particular song. Now we move to the certificates for this meeting. The best speak. Are you ready, Tej? Are you able to
Yes,
share?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, maybe you can share your screen. Kirtiraj, you cannot leave yet. You have to sing a song for us. Tej, you can. Are you able to share screen? Yeah. Meanwhile, I request guests to type their phone number and email ID in the chat box so that we can connect with you. I don't have guest Maya's contact details and Pratibha's contact details. I have that for Anuj. So the best speaker for today goes to Toastmaster Akash Bojraj. The best evaluator for today is Toastmaster Piyush Udan. Best table topic speaker for today is Toastmaster Kirtiraj Garud. And best role player, you have to send a certificate to her, though you may not be able to show it right now. It's Gargi Chowdhury. Will applaud for her. Is she present here? And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So best role player is Gargi Chowdhury. Will applaud for her. And best auxiliary role player, we have a tie between Kailash and Advait. Kailash Sutar and Advait Dikshit, SAA and timer. And certificate appreciation specially given to Ankita Dev for, oh, there was a 3-way tie, it seems. Okay. Ankita Dev as well. Is she there?
And sir, there was not a 3-way tie.
Okay.
It was a tie between the timers, and you had said that the timers are going to be Toastmaster Kailash and
Okay.
Advait.
So two timers. Okay, that way. So timer and Eli. Sorry about that. My mistake. Apologize. So there was a tie between timer and Eli. So timers were Advait and Kailash, and Eli was Ankita. So is she there, Ankita? No, but
yes, sir.
Okay, we'll applaud for her as well. That concludes the certificates for best speakers. Now we have a song by Kirtiraj Garud, but the meeting will be adjourned first, and then we'll have this song, and we can continue chatting for some more time. If you want to sing a song, let us know. If you want to comment about anything else, let us know. If you want to leave, let us know and leave. Maybe say a few words and leave.
Guest anyone is there, I will brief them.
Okay, I'll create a breakout room so that Maya, Kaushiki, Anuj can be taken there and briefed about Toastmasters by our Vice President of Membership, District Toastmaster Nagappan. So just give me a sec. Let me assign